with an artist, and it was a joke between us based on our love life, and it was all of those things. But unfortunately, it got out, and once it got misunderstood. You know, I'm not saying it's not true.
Superhead was a word between you two, or
Just between us. It's something that I came up with between us. It was funny to us. It was meaningful to us, and but then I find that sometimes men talk more than women do, and then so it ended up being a thing of its own. And so what I did was, knowing that it was going to be, I knew that it would get out of control. I knew that with everything that I was doing, that it was going to come up. And so instead of allowing someone else to bring it up and try to bring me down with it, I decided to turn it around, be honest about it, talk about it, discuss it, and move on. Yes.
For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV.
TV.
Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We also in the end game because I got a chick named Superhead. She gives Superhead. Just moved in the building, even gave the Superhead. I got big guns that spit super lead. So play Superman, end up super dead. Call me Kiss or the kid from the Locks. Gotta twist your moms out and do a bit with your pops. We was in jail, you probably won't get no mail. And if you pumped on my block, you won't get no sales. Nigga said, I got a chick named Superhead. She gives Superhead. Just moved in the building, even gave the Superhead. And who are we talking about? We talking about Superhead, a.k.a. SteffeN Karine, right? And she's spinning in the clip once again. And she recently had
So Karine SteffeN's Superhead. She went on.
That's crazy to have that type of nigga.
Like, that's
right.
crazy.
So
shit crazy.
she went on actually one of my friends' podcasts.
So she just gonna talk about it, so I could just talk about it too. I thought it was the clip of her actually talking about, you know what I'm saying, her and her stance on basically saying that men is kind of taught to go with the version, try to get the version, try to get the, you know, the maintained girl, like it's looked down on, getting the whore to be your wife, and obviously it's saying you can't make a whore into a housewife, right? Even though Nas and Nature, not Nas and Nature, Nas and what's the nigga? The days come and night gone. The nigga that sing that, what's homie name? The nigga that sing that song, right? With him and Nas. He like, it takes a certain type of nigga to do that. Everybody can't make a hoe into a housewife. It takes a certain type of nigga to pimp her. But anyway, she basically like, yo, you know, when you wake up, you're gonna get the sloppy toppy. She gonna hang from the ceiling from you. She never gonna be, you know, turn you down and woo 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 and ah. And a lot of people had stuff to say about it. Having a name like Paul Pierce just said, having a name like Superhead is super crazy. She wrote a book about her fiascos, and I read her book while I was locked up. You know, with the Lil Waynes, you know, who didn't she mention? Shaq, you know what I mean? Fucking Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, like, hey, she was for the streets, and she's for the streets. And I'm saying that plainly, and I'm saying it being for real. It's well documented. I'm not making up nothing on her. I'm not putting out no, I'm not making up this shit on her. This is stuff that's well documented. And you know, she had her escapades, like she was, you know, dealing with Coogee Rap. That's her baby father, I believe. You know, say he was beating her, etc. She was touched as a child, which is unfortunate. A lot of people are like that, boys and girls, unfortunately, right? But anyway, she made her way into being a you know, an industry chick, a round-the-way girl, or an industry, you know, chick. And years later, she started messing with the dude from Family Matters. Can't think of his name, right? supposed to had HIV. So now she out, you know, she had a couple of videos, she got her own podcast, you know, it's talking about little dick energy, etc. Girls don't like that, women don't like it, they want to be pleased, which I totally understand, right? And I'm here for all the pleasing. Now it's another viral clip of her, again, as I stated, you know, saying, you know, men shouldn't be ashamed, basically. There's nothing wrong with wifing up somebody that's seasoned, right? And these are, she gave like the reasons why. And she not wrong, but she not right. She not wrong in the sense of, yeah, men, most men anyway, they don't mind having a woman that's a freak in the sheets. They say you want a lady in the street, in the streets, a freak in the sheets. So yeah, you want your woman to do backflips and, you know, goggle and do all that, you know what I mean, suck it and not, ATM, ass to mouth to ass, you know, some camera on shit. You want all of those things, but you want it for you. You don't want it for the world. You don't want other men and other, you know, people knowing about this. You shouldn't. You want it for you. So it's not that you want to marry a virgin. I mean, chances of that is slim as a motherfucker nowadays. You're going to be hard pressed to find that as a guy, right? Even maybe as a woman. In today's times that we live in, everybody's so, you know, sexually liberated. But you want it for you as a man. You want, you know, you want things to be done in the bedroom just for you, for your pleasure, for you and your spouse's pleasure. You don't want, you know, 10 other niggas had your lady and then you got her. And the same thing she was doing to those other 10 people, you getting, so she's seasoned. Now, women in your mind, you may justify and be like, nah, this is the thing. This is what we want. This is how we rock and roll, and this is what you should want too. You can tell men what they want, but men been telling women what we want for a long time. Just ain't listening. Just ain't listening at all. You're not listening. So, you know, there's that. Then the clip that I seen that had her talking about Lil Wayne. I think she was on Vlad. So even though she's saying all this stuff about, you know, the whore gonna keep you satisfied, they're gonna be faithful, they're gonna be loyal. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're gonna cheat, do you dirty, you know, do the same thing they doing to you to somebody else that excites them, and, you know, get that little tingly feeling. And she's spinning on a clip talking about she just can't leave Lil Wayne alone. Now, I'm sure they ain't dealing with each other now. I'm sure Lil Wayne got married, even though I think he did get divorced from the white girl or whatever. But fellas, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlife, it's with our grandest pleasure to present to you Slick Rick the Ruler and MC Ricky D. Like, it's low level shit. Don't run around and be a whore. You could be a hoe, 304, and be for the streets. But just know that people care about your past. Just like somebody that breaks the law, like myself. I broke the law. You hate the law, nigga, breaking. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that. I don't care. When you get caught, people are not going to care. And when you get out, you're still going to be held in remembrance. Let's put it that way. Of your past transgressions. Nobody escapes from your past. Now, you don't have to be that same individual no more, but you can't outrun it, especially when it's on the internet. If you was a sex worker, porn star, you know, fans only, stuff like that, all those things come back to haunt you. I would tell my little cousins, my little nieces, etc., keep your personal business private. If you're going to be a hoe behind closed doors. Don't be letting dudes take videos of you giving fellatio and busting it open from the back. Don't be online thinking you being cute, doing some nasty shit that people shouldn't be seeing. Then in the future, when somebody say, damn, I like you, I met you, you kept your past from me, now that you exposed me to your past, yeah, I still like you, but can't really get over that part. Then they're going to try to shame you, oh, you insecure, who cares, you know, I got a past, and we all got passes, etc., but you got to be mindful. Men don't want that. You can rationalize it, you can internalize it, you can flip it and bounce it in your own head as a woman all you want. But a man don't want no woman that's known to be loose with a whole bunch of people. yeah, sexually, you may go and get in there rocks off and, you know what I mean? Booty clapping sounds, all that shit is good. Mutar sound like, what's the word? It's all good. But in a relationship, like now when we partnering up and we saying vows or we rocking with each other, men don't want that. And I don't know why women don't grasp this concept. Even though you'll hear women be like, yeah, it's community dick, etc. And you know, men and women are not the same, even though they try to make us the same all they want. We have a lot of similarities because we're human. You know what I mean? But we don't be thinking the same, we don't react the same. Certain things, it's just not the same. Because the Most High didn't make us that way. That's why we're compatible. So when you hear SteffeN Karine, aka Superhead, talking about, yeah, fellas, they tricked y'all and thinking that you needed a virgin, you should just wife up a hoe or a whore, they more seasoned. Yeah, outside of sex, then what else is there? All right, the sex is the bomb, but is there anything else? Do you have anything else to offer? A lot of times, don't. And if I'm not mistaken, she's single now. I'm not saying that as a jab or a get at her, but it just is what it is. Single. Living that single life. Single ladies, clap your hands. Like, clap your fucking hands.
But y'all know who it is. Popovich from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.